ads made them seem warm and cozy.
Imagine evenings filled with laughter, warmth, and memories, all centered around your Colsen Fire Pit.
The tabletop fire pits were sold online.
Colsen Fire Pits, where every flame sparks joy.
Kayla Hominski says for her, the flames sparked pain and suffering.
It's life-altering. Like, my life is forever altered, physically, mentally, emotionally, in many ways.
Kayla was burned on more than 40% of her body.
It just happened so quick.
She was using her Colsen fire pit while entertaining friends one night. When the flames appeared to go out, she asked her husband to relight it.
He went to pour the liquid in, and as soon as that liquid was in the fire pit, it just was kind of like a fireball, kind of an explosion.
That explosion is called flame jetting. It occurs when someone pours a flammable liquid over an exposed fire. The flames can shoot out as far as 15 feet or more, burning people nearby.
Flame jetting is not something that people are familiar with, and it's an absolutely horrific situation because it can burn somebody to death in a matter of seconds.
Stuart Ratzan is representing Kayla in a federal lawsuit against Colsen Fire Pits LLC and 2 other companies. According to the lawsuit, the product produces flames that may not be readily visible, which increases the risk of flame jetting.
I just remember hearing, screams and saying, "You're on fire." And I just remember kind of trying to make these, try to slap off the fire, if you will. And then in those type of moments, you're in so much shock that you're just kind of working to stay alive.
Kayla was badly burned from head to toe. She spent weeks in the hospital, enduring 2 skin graft surgeries and daily bandage changes.
I had to learn how to walk again. I basically had to relearn how to do most physical everyday, day-to-day things that you don't really think about.
Even now, she still struggles with everyday life.
My children want to go to a haunted house, and there's a line that's an hour long. I can't stand on that line with them.
A total of 19 people claim the Colsen fire pit caused burn injuries. We went to the Miami manufacturer, but no one answered the door or our phone calls. Their website is shut down. The homepage now has the recall notice urging customers to stop using the fire pit and throw it in the trash.
I can proudly say I was part of that. Sorry.
This is a really interesting case, actually. We worked on a similar case like this. Whenever you have like a product, they actually become more difficult to pursue whoever manufactured and designed the product. And that's assuming it's a defective product, which clearly this is. You have to go all the way back to the manufacturer and also the retail chain to figure out who has participated in the selling of this product, because they're actually responsible and liable for damages as well. Unfortunately, in the day and age that we live in, a lot of people buy things off of Amazon. They're manufactured in China. You don't even really know who that company is, and you can't reach to them through the courts here in the United States because it's a Chinese company. Fortunately for these people, it was an American company. It sounds like it was in Miami. But even though the courts can reach to them and bring them into a lawsuit, you still have to be able to collect against them. And if they're not insured or they don't have sufficient money to cover these kinds of damages, you're going to see them disappear, go bankrupt, and there really isn't anything there for anybody, which is absolutely tragic. We've seen products like this where people have gotten these terrible, terrible burns. For most people who go through a significant burn, there's no amount of money that would make it right. And the more you learn about burns, the more you start to agree with that. Again, these lawsuits would have tremendous value for medical damages, any kind of financial damages for the future from work or future medical, because they're always there. And of course, the pain and suffering component. So they can have absolutely substantial values, but the problem is always going to be collecting. They're very complex cases. And if they are insured and they're big legitimate companies, they're still able to fight these cases and put on a defense, because you've got to prove a lot of different steps. You got to prove whether it was a defective product in the first place, and that was the company that manufactured the product. And how it made its way to the ultimate buyer user. There's a lot of steps involved in that. And also, as they mentioned, this one, it's a federal case. Oftentimes, because it's involving interstate commerce, you've got a defendant that's out of state, a plaintiff in this state, a retailer in another state, and it's that diversity is how you're getting those parties to the court, and that has to be through a federal court. Those rules are different, so a lot of times these cases are going to really require somebody who kind of specializes in product cases and federal court. So very, very difficult cases, very, very tragic injuries. And again, if you're involved in something like this, hang on to the evidence and call a lawyer immediately.
Let us know what you think in the comments below. And while you're down there, please like and subscribe. Thanks again for watching.